Hello collectors, and welcome to my review of the Tokyo Vinyl Godzilla, one of two releases in the Tokyo Vinyl line for Godzilla characters. Let's take a look and see whether or not this one is worth adding into your collection. Godzilla's sculpt is, well, pretty basic. There isn't too much there to bring attention to, but there are a few talking points. To begin, Godzilla has these little ovals all over him, which is for texturing, you know, the bumps and grooves and scales and whatnot for Godzilla, as you can see here. And they're even up here on the head. There's not too many by his face. However, these small little ovals coupled with the design of the face give him this sort of crocodile or alligator look. And speaking of his look, Godzilla has a very angry expression on his face. You can see with this little snarl going on here and the eyebrows, very angry looking. To go along with the design of the face, you can also see for the nose that there is some pretty good detailing going on there. You can see that there's a wrinkle, and you can see his nostrils. His dorsal plates are simplistic, as you can see right here. He has 3 rows, and the center blue ones are mostly all one piece for this particular chunk here. Bandai America didn't separate each one in the main row. And as you can see, again, as I said, there were 3 rows of dorsal plates. And after this last blue one here, it narrows down into 2 rows where eventually the dorsal plates stop entirely. Overall, for a cheaper toy, the sculpting isn't bad, but it's very simplistic. The paint is also about as simplistic too. For the reduced, mind you, price tag, it's not bad by any means, though mine has just a few small issues. As you can see, the eyes look really fine. No complaints here from me. The mouth looks pretty good to me, though as you can see on this side here, right there, there's a clump of paint on mine. As you can see, the claws look good, no real complaints, though right here on mine, this claw here, the paint came chipped. The feet look the same, very nice. And the dorsal plates look fine, though the ones down here at the end of the tail have just a teeny tiny bit of paint slop. Maybe it'll bug you if you need it to be absolutely perfect, but you're really only going to notice it when you're handling it up very close, and you're really looking for imperfections. So, in the sculpt and paint departments, Godzilla's pretty simplistic. Though it's supposed to be the 2004 design, it looks like a blend of generic reptiles mixed in with the design from Final Wars, and it may turn some off, but others will find some real charm in it, like myself. Simple looks for a simple figure. So, the articulation for the Tokyo Vinyl Godzilla is very basic. The arms are on swivels, as you can see here, though do note mine are very loose. Yes, very loose. So if you get yours and it's very loose, if you bump the shelf that it's on, or you just happen to walk by and just tap it, because you want to screw around with it, chances are you're going to move it around very easily. Legs are also on swivels, as you can see, and the tail swivels. Everything's full 360, so yeah, very basic for a vinyl figure. In terms of overall size and scale, the Tokyo Vinyl Godzilla is actually pretty large. First up, just in case some of you are wondering, here is the Tokyo Vinyl Godzilla alongside some of Bandai America's chibi figures. For reference, here he is next to some of NECA's Pacific Rim offerings. Here he is next to a couple of Monster Arts. Here he is next to some of Bandai America's other offerings. And finally, here he is side by side next to the other Tokyo Vinyl Godzilla offering, Mechagodzilla. And as you can see, sizing is it's a bit off there. Godzilla should be smaller than Mechagodzilla. But, as you can see, at any rate, the Tokyo Vinyl Godzilla is rather large. Clear off some space for this guy. So, buy it now, wait for a sale, or should you skip it entirely? Overall, the Tokyo Vinyl Godzilla is a nice, say, companion piece for your super deformed or chibi display. I don't think this should be anyone's first jump into the stylized, if you will, world, but it complements other figures really well. Sadly, this looks to be the end of the Tokyo Vinyl line for Bandai America, unless they finally decide to make more, like that awesome King Ghidorah, and supplies are starting to dry up. So if you like it, and you can get it for, say, less than $15, go ahead and get it. You really shouldn't regret it. I know I don't.